Hello and welcome to our Balanced Body podcast here at EHS Pilates Studios in San Francisco. My name is Nancy Myers. This is Michelle Modet. She's going to help me show you some of the Pilates work that you can do on the new Coraline system. We have a full Coraline studio here at EHS. We have a class going on behind us right now. We borrowed one of their Coralines to show you. First exercise is a variation on a Coraline exercise that if you have taken Coraline 1, you have learned a sequence of exercises called the calf on fire. I'm going to show you a variation that I use in my gait workshops. Go ahead and hold on to the ladder and carefully step up onto the plates facing the ladder. So we're on two individual moving plates in cord resistance. For the calf on fire, your hands are going to be at waist height, and you're going to take a lunge back with one leg, keeping the heel down till you feel a comfortable stretch in the calf, and you have a straight line from the back heel through the crown of the head and return. Alternate sides, and we're going to do 2 on each side for this demonstration. Keeping the heel down. Michelle has a nice flexion in that front hip forward. Now, come back up to your starting position. Now we're going to keep the right leg back in a lunge position and keep the heel down. Now, without moving anything else in the body, we're going to bend and straighten this right knee. As far as she's able, not hiking the hip, not rotating the pelvis, not coming any closer to the ladder, and we have a soft grip on the ladder. No white knuckles. So that gives you the soleus stretch as well as the gastroc. Now we will keep the knee straight and lift and lower the heel, pushing into the resistance. Again, not hiking the hip, not rotating the pelvis, pushing into the resistance. The calf on fire. Now, next variation, keep the heel lifted, soften the grip, so you're really stabilizing with this left leg as you scooter the right leg, not moving anything else in the body. So that's my gait variation of the calf on fire series. Thank you. Carefully step off to one side. And I like to do that sequence on a good heavy resistance. So a gray and a peach, or a gray and a blue, or maybe even a gray, a blue, and a peach. Now we're going to change the resistance to show you that you can do some Pilates on your Coraline. And these are some of the variations that I've developed to help incorporate the Coraline into an existing Pilates studio, showing that you can actually do some of your classic Pilates work on the Coraline, and some of the advantages having the individual plates. So I'm going to have you do the side splits on one peach on each cart, so that's a light resistance. You're going to hold on to the ladder, step up on the side platform first, and then we're going to place the left foot with the ball of the foot on one plate and the heel on the other. So now we get to utilize the split pedal. The first set I would like you to do just keeping the pedals moving at an equal rate. So if Michelle had an external rotation that she was trying to correct, you would see that front plate leading, and we would try and correct that. We could even differentiate weight on the plate in order to assist her in keeping that alignment. Now we want to utilize the split plate by taking it into an external rotation as you press the plate open, and then internally rotate to come back in. So now you can add that rotational component to your side splits. And the advantage, of course, doing this on the Coraline is you have a nice safe environment with the ladder being here and low to the ground. Carefully step off. And I'm going to add a little bit of resistance to this. So 2 peach, about a medium, or you could add a blue. And we're going to have you straddle the Coraline facing the ladder. Then you're going to come to sitting with one cheek on each pedal. You could always move the Coraline unit further away from the ladder if the client didn't have the flexibility in order to get down onto the plates. So we have Michelle seated with one sits bone on each cart, and feet will be up on the second dowel, balls of the feet on the bar. Let's come into parallel. And we can use hands at your sides for assistance if needed on side of the plates in order to keep your upright posture. So as in stomach massage, we're trying to stay as upright as possible. And we can do footwork here. Bend and straighten the knees. Keeping the upright posture. Taller through the crown of the head. Lengthen up. Lower and lift your heels. Good. And of course we can do the whole classic stomach massage series here. Now place your feet on the bottom dowel, wide apart. Bend your knees and grab onto that second dowel. Here you're pulling yourself forward into a hip opener, and now extend the legs into your monkey. Similar to the monkey on the trap table. Bend the knees in, pulling yourself forward, and extend for your monkey. Now stay here, come up to sitting, tee the arms out to the side. Here we have twist and saw. Now, if Michelle did not keep her sits bones grounded when she goes into the rotation, she will lose the connection with the cart. If you could just demonstrate what that looks like. You get that very obvious tactile feedback that you're not keeping your sits bones grounded for the twist. Go ahead and bend the knees in. Turn around and face away from your ladder. I would like you to sit as close to the edge of the plates away from the ladder. Bring your feet inside the well, and then we're going to have you come to the outside rails here. Depending on shoulder flexibility, you're going to find a rail that feels comfortable. You may want to be inside or outside. But the main thing is when you go into your teaser position is that you keep the head framed between the arms. We don't want the arms to end up behind you and ribs splay. You're also going to be slightly lower angle than when you're doing teaser on the mat. So come into your balance point. Hands behind you. Now extend the legs, extend the arms, and here's your teaser. We still have the head framed between the arms, so she's slightly lower than on the mat. And then control that back in, bending the knees, coming to your upright position. Again, extend arms and legs into your teaser. And return. Now we're going to show you loaded at the other end of the coraline. So each of the side plates open the same way. There's a lever, you press down, the side plates open. We're going to take all the resistance off and take the carts to the other end of the coraline. I'm still going to have 2 peach on each cart. And we're going to take the handles down. Always making sure that you loop them to the inside of the ladder so that they're secure. So we're going to go from here inside. Then we're going to step into the well and sit down with one cheek on each pedal as close to the edge, closest to the ladder, as you can get so that you have a surface to imprint. As you go into your coccyx curl, you're pulling into the resistance of the plates, not using hamstrings or arms. So really trying to use that abdominal contraction to pull into the resistance of the carts. Now, if you had someone that had a scoliosis or a big discrepancy of strength from side to side, you could differentiate the weight on the plates to help address that. Then we'll continue into your hundreds position, and we're going to add arm work to the hundreds. So you bend the knees and elbows and extend the knees and elbows because the straps are static. You could also use TheraBands if you wanted more of the traditional dynamic situation with the hundreds. Bending the elbows and knees and extending the elbows and knees. Obliques, bend the same knee and elbow as the opposite arm and leg come up you rotate in the direction of the bent elbow and extend. Keeping your imprint and rotate for obliques. And lastly, we'll show you the variation of the swan. You're going to come around to the back of the coraline and place your hip bones on the carts. Your belly button is just off the edge. Walking the hands along the side of the wood, we can start with just a baby swan, pulling yourself forward. And then a more advanced swan, we walk the hands forward to the second dowel. Extend the arms as you drop the head. Keep the belly lifted, shoulders slide down the back, and lengthen up into your full swan. And you can add additional arm work here by flexing the elbows. And release, shoulders down, lengthen and lift, adding that additional arm work to your extension. Walk your hands back along the sides of the wood. Press back into your rest position. And we can add some shoulder shrugs here while we're in your rest position. Pushing into the resistance and allowing the resistance to help facilitate the depression of the shoulder blades. There are also stopper blocks that you can attach to the top of your carts to push into, or just using the edge of your hand. Finishing with the mermaid on the coraline. You're going to be seated in the same position as you would for your classic mermaid. Now we're going to add a rotation with one hand on each cart. Extend the arms, drop the head, keep the arms extended as you inhale, and lift tall from the breastbone. And exhale, extend down. Inhale as you lift. Now stay here. We're adding rotation to that thoracic spine in that mermaid. And thank you for joining me with variations of Pilates on the Coraline.